Yo, welcome back, guys. My name is Kyle, and this is Raw Vibrant Rejuvenation. How is all the children of nature doing? All y'all children of nature. How's life? You good? Good. Well, I'm going to talk about something kind of cut and dry as quickly as I can. I want to be concise. I want to talk about detoxification. And for those of you guys who have seen my videos before, um, I've talked about all this stuff so many times, so you might want to skip this one, but this is for more for newcomers and for people who have some dis-ease. So I want to offer some truth for you guys, the gift of truth, so that maybe you could revive yourself. Maybe you can grab that remedy, right? And detoxification has many aspects, and they all must be observed, and all of the aspects must be followed for success, right? And the number one aspect is, if you want to heal, you need to make the conscious choice that you're going to heal, so that your whole body hears it. So all the trillions of cells hear it, and then they get on board with it because they understand it. They hear what you want. That's how it is here. We create our own reality. Okay, so you got to get everything on board. All your glands, all your cells. You got to get everything going. You know, you got to get everything on board, and you have to choose. Yes, I'm going to heal. That's the number one thing when you're trying to heal. And there's no trying, there just is healing. And you only put energy into things that are healing you, right? So, one of the main components, of course, is getting on a raw foods, plant-based regimen with a lot of fruits, maybe all fruits, depending on your issues. You got to get educated. You got to learn about acid and alkaline. You need to learn about the lymphatic system. You need to learn about food combining. You wanna be on the alkaline side of chemistry. Okay, so the alkaline foods are fruits and vegetables. Everything else pretty much is acidic. Okay, pretty much. The meats, the dairies, super acidic. The grains, very acidic. Even the oils and even the nuts and seeds, which are great builders. But if you're healing, you need to stay away from nuts and seeds, because those are going to put some strain on your kidneys, and they're going to create more acids in your body, right? So you want to have more alkaline foods. Put your focus on that. And the fruits are even more alkaline than the vegetables, a lot more alkaline. And of course, you don't want to be cooking your stuff. It's already been cooked via the sun, okay? We're the only species that cooks our food. So if you're cooking all your food and you're eating heavy foods all the time and you're just eating mush, so there's a big part of your issue, not living totally in line with nature. So that's a big one, okay? You gotta go into the cupboard, throw everything out that is not natural, throw everything out that's in a can, and stock up at the farmer's market, stock up at the grocery store, focus on raw, living, wholesome, fresh, organic, biodynamic, maybe, foods. Focus on these things, and your health is gonna come back. Your health is gonna come back. So that's a number one thing. You got to get on that, and that's gonna move around your lymphatic system, right? And the fruits are more energetic. We need energy, so we need that living foods. The lymphatic system is the fluids in your body. It's actually your sewer system, and in short, 75% of the fluid in your body is lymphatic fluid. That's a lot. Only about 25% of the fluid is blood. So you really got to get on these alkaline foods to kind of break up some stagnation, break up some films, break up some putrid, decaying, nasty stuff that's stuck inside of us, right? Blocking our glands, creating blockages, creating encumbrances, which that's what dis-ease is. There's just one dis-ease, and it's all that stuff I just mentioned, and a bunch of mucus. All that and more. More would be, you also have the emotions and all that, which is really, really must be done, right? So you want to go on a mucusless diet. You want to get mucus-less foods that don't have create mucus in the body. That's fruits, and also vegetables not cooked. Fruits are the best. Okay, and you need to be able to integrate some emotions. You need to be, like I said, dealing with your emotional components and getting emotionally sound and stable for you to truly heal, for you to truly be successful. You can't just focus on the diet and maybe moving your body a little bit to heal. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. There's not, and it's different for everyone, but it's also, but for the most part, it's the same for everyone, because everyone needs to follow the same wheel of health, the same parts of health. You need to make sure you're getting rest, make sure you're sleeping good. You need to listen to your nervous system and rest when your body needs to rest, because if you just keep on going and going and going, one day your body's going to shut down, especially if you're eating high protein diet and heavy foods, and then you're not taking care of your emotional health, and voila, you've got some brand new issue, and it's in some part of your body, and it's called an itis or a melanoma or whatever these people call these things, and you got then you got this thing that you think you need to eradicate, and that it just came in from out of nowhere, but really these things don't come in out of nowhere. These things build for years and years and years and years. So you got to take the power in your hands. You gotta live nature in a natural way. You gotta go out, get a cabin in the woods, look into some fasting, most likely, depending on the issue. Fasting is really important, and juice fasting for most people. But if you look into the water fasting, and if the juice fasting isn't doing it, which it's not always going to do it, then you can take on the water fast. But you must research this. You must research the water fast before you dive into it. Because the thing is a lot of people, they have taken pharmaceuticals in the past, and you want your body to be eliminating, right? You want to be eliminating. That's the key to detoxification. But a water fast, sometimes you're going to eliminate a little too fast, and then you're just on water, so you don't have a buffer. And some of these substances that maybe you were taking a depression medication or what have you. All this stuff is just going to come out a little too fast sometimes on a water fast, so you really got to be careful with that. You really must be careful when it comes to that. But let me talk about elimination. I just did mention that, right? So the main 4 channels of elimination, that's what you really got to focus on. That's what detoxification is in a total nutshell. Elimination. Eliminating what doesn't serve you. And like I said, it's not just the mucus, it's not just the chemicals and the pesticides and the roundups and the GMOs and this and that and that and that, but it's also the emotionals, all the traumas that might have been pushed down, that you forgot about, that have been eating up at you. So you want to be eliminating out of your channels of elimination. That's your kidneys. You want to make sure your kidneys are working well, and if the best way to do that is have a very low protein diet. Most people, you can get all the protein you need, unless you're like really trying to get super swole for some reason, which everyone's on their different journey, so nothing against that, but it can really harm your kidneys. So there's proteins in all foods. All foods have proteins. We were just propagandized and brainwashed since birth that we needed high protein because there's companies that make money off of that. That's it. You just gotta always follow the money, So let me digress here. So the 4 channels of elimination though is the kidneys. You gotta have bowels moving. You can't be moving the bowels once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, and think you're gonna heal. That is not healthy. You need to be going around 3 times a day. You need to be going often. So you want to have your bowels working. Are they working? Are your bowels working properly? How about your kidneys? What about your skin? Are you sweating a lot? Because the skin is like kind of like your third kidney. And also the fourth channel is the lungs. Are you coughing up anything? I hope you're coughing up some yellow, maybe some green, maybe even some brown stuff. Man, you're getting brown stuff off, you gotta give yourself a pat on the back because you are loosened up enough that your body is ready to expectorate anything that doesn't belong. And sometimes it takes months and months and months and months, and sometimes even years to get that loosened up on the raw living foods. Trust me, guys, it was my experience. Years. It took me a long time to really get loosened up to the point of release, you know? Yeah. So you just want to study nature's rhythms as much as you possibly can. You want to study the natural flow and look within. Where is these natural flows out of whack? Where are these natural flows out of balance? Within, right? You might be seeing things on the external, but a lot of times it's a reflection of the internal, you know? So yeah, it's just all about removing stagnation. If you really want to heal, you got to remove that stagnation from your life. Hopefully doing some spiritual practices, yoga, meditation, breath work, tai chi, qigong, whatever it might be. Guided meditation, whatever. Very important, very key when you're detoxifying. If you want to, if there's parts of the wheel that are missing, you're not gonna heal. And if you don't have enough support, you can still heal, but man, it's hard. It's really hard. So that's why I'm here. I'm a detoxification specialist. I'm just always here for support. I know how it is to have no support, to have family, friends, people calling you crazy because you're going back to nature and you don't want to go back and go to the route that's not working just because everyone's following a certain way, and it's crazy and it's just killing people. That doesn't mean it's right? So I'm here as a detoxification specialist, and I'm here with an open heart to answer your questions. You can put it in the comments, like, subscribe. Yeah, let me know your feedback. You can shoot me an email at rawvibranthealth@gmail.com. But yeah, you need to have some support. Like I was telling someone the other day, like, man, you should go look up on the meetups, because she didn't seem to have any support from what I gathered. It's like, man, you gotta get on the, like, a meetup. There's plant-based vegan people everywhere, maybe not on the level of like a fasting and total regeneration of the tissues and glands like you might be, but still, at least they'll probably have a little bit more of understanding of what you're going through, and you can get some support. Is crucial. You got to have support. You got to have everything. You got to have touch. You got to have feeling. You got to be feeling and feeling and feeling and feeling it all. You feel it to heal it, and then it's less of a burden, and then it becomes less and less and less. And every time that some of these emotions and some of these issues will come back, then it's less of a burden, right? And every time you go back to some of these foods that were the big major cause of your issue in the first place, well, you get back to those foods and you're going to see exactly what they are, like what I'm telling you. You're going to see it from your own experience. You're going to see these foods, you're going to see right when you eat them, starting to cough up some mucus, or you're going to see some mucus floating around out of your out of your waist, right? So you will see, and that's what I always urge everyone to do, is see for themselves. Don't believe me. Don't take my word for it until you try it yourself and you experience it yourself, because that's the true teacher. Experience is the true teacher. So, yeah, anything else? Yeah, you got to follow nature's rhythms in all ways. In all ways. You're still drinking tap water? You better go out and get a water purifier immediately. Better yet, go to a spring if you're drinking a lot of water. You got to rework things. You got to rethink things. What are you putting on your skin? You're putting chemicals on your skin, or sunscreen on your skin, or perfumes on your skin. Guys, this stuff is made in a laboratory. It's not natural by any means. This is going to go right into you. This is going to go right inside you. So you got to think a little differently. Think about my thoughts and my actions. Think about what am I doing? What am I doing today to heal every day? And you just And if you, one thing to say is, if you go back to these foods that are harming you, you gotta actually learn how to enjoy it, and then just go right back to the direction you were going in. And boy, it took me a long time to learn that, but once I did, I really excelled. I really excelled, and then my body started getting more and more loosened up as I progressed through this journey. As I started to really follow all these steps correctly, finally, everything started to open up. And then once I was able to have some level of health, then I started moving my lymphatic system, which is just more walking, more exercise, more swimming, more things that are moving around your lymphatic system. If you're really, really sick, you're bedridden, or you're extremely fatigued or something, or you have some stage 4 things, you don't want to be exercising. You want to be full 125% rest. But if you can move your body a little bit, it can be helpful. It can be helpful. But just don't be putting in a lot of acid foods, because when you exercise, that creates acids also in your body. And you want to be minimizing, like I said, you want to have alkaline living. Alkaline living. So that's about it. I think that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. Went like 3 minutes or something longer than I wanted, but it's kind of a shorter video and to the point. And you guys, yeah, drop me a line and let me know how I'm doing, and let me know how you're doing, and let me know what are the biggest obstacles in your healing. I'd love to hear that, and let's have a little dialogue. Let's be easy, be well, be blessed, and enjoy this precious moment that you have here, 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 here. All the moments that make up your day, all the moments that are all, that all, the eternal now. Be blessed in that eternal now. Mwah! God, I got so much love to you guys. I'm even sending some little kisses your way. Bless.